Hello, my friends. Welcome to your full moon in Taurus reading. And it's going to be amazing because this is actually an eclipse, so a lunar eclipse in addition to the full moon. And this is going to be happening on November 19th around 1:57 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So depending on where you're at in the world, you'll experience it, of course, at a different time if you're in a different time zone. And of course, the eclipse is when, the sun's over here, the earth is here, and the moon is over here. Normally the sun is, shining on that full moon, and so you see it as full, but then the earth gets in the way and our earth shadows over the full moon, which is where the eclipse happens. It's not going to be a full eclipse this time around, but you're going to see some shade go over the moon for a little bit during that cycle. And so, full moons are very powerful on their own, but a full moon eclipse is like a full moon on steroids. You're going to feel some energy around this where like a door slams shut. So, you might have situations that are happening in your life that reach a peak, or they've just done so. And now it's like things are out of your control. It's like your soul has signed up for some sort of growth lesson, some sort of situation to unfold to bring things to your attention. So, it's about, letting those people or situations or things either leave our lives or come into our lives. So you're going to be seeing these significant kind of endings and new beginnings. They'll be like tower type of events, what like the tower in tarot, which is, life is unfolding for you, something is being removed or being brought into your life on purpose for a purpose. So during this time, it's really good advice just to go with the flow of the change. Forgive whatever happens, knowing that, this releases you from any of those emotional extremes, because in addition to it being a full moon eclipse, it is in Taurus, and Taurus energy does bring it brings in a time of getting grounded, I guess is a good word to say it. We work through any negative feelings that we've been having or are feeling, and we find this balance in how we're expressing those emotions. So we're not being too dreamy and we're not being too serious. It's really about this grounding balance that we can take advantage of. So this, again, the full moon normally expands all our emotions and exaggerates them, with it being an eclipse, again, on steroids. So, it's kind of like the Pisces full moon we felt, which Pisces energy really brings in a lot of emotion. This is going to expand any emotions that we're feeling, but just know that there's this beautiful grounding energy available through the Taurus energy that can help balance things out to where we can see this beautiful ebb and flow of life instead of, an extreme, fearful type of event happen in our lives. So a lot of deep breathing will help. The bull is a mighty strong spirit animal as well. It sits it doesn't really sit, it stands its ground in its territory, and people respect the bull because of how grounded and strong it is. So just tap into that energy, and it'll be a not so strenuous and extreme full moon for you. We're also going to pull a special reading for your specific sign. So we're going to jump into that right now and just see what else the Creator wants you to know about this full moon Taurus eclipse energy that's going to be coming in for you during this period. All right, my Aries, this is your full moon in Taurus eclipse reading. And we're just going to see what the Creator wants you to know just overall for like the week before the full moon and 2 weeks after the full moon. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from these Angels and Ancestors Oracle, because I really feel these are very grounding energies. So it really matches that Taurian earth energy. We'll see what guidance for those 3 weeks the Creator has for you. So for our Aries Creator, what do you want them to know? Okay, actually, I feel like this one right here is the one for you. And you have Traveler. Move in a new direction. So this is your overall energy for this period. Let's see what it mentions here, but obviously it says welcome any opportunities to travel either to the outer world or to your inner world. So it's about a new adventure, either internally, seeking things spiritually on the inside, which this energy for this eclipse is really calling for. But it also, if there's an opportunity to safely travel, I know there's still a lot of restrictions and stuff going on, but if you feel, the opportunity and your soul is urging you to go visit an individual or a location or something, then you can definitely consider this a affirmation that, yes, that is your soul guiding you to an experience in that location. It says the Traveler card represents the gypsy spirit within. The opportunity to move in a new direction is coming your way, and ancestral wisdom is encouraging you to welcome it with open arms. Going on a trip is an exciting process because not only do you learn about the world, you also learn about yourself. This card often comes up when you have a chance to go through a process of awakening and understand even more about the amazing qualities you have to share with the world. Often such journeys can be lonely, but this in itself can teach you that you are never really alone and your angels and ancestors are there for you. The road you're on may be the road less traveled, but this journey is going to be highly beneficial for your emotional and spiritual growth. If it isn't about covering outer distance, it's about covering distance within, and you'll be evolving every single moment of it. Remember to keep things simple and to lighten your load because that will make your journey more enjoyable. You are also being encouraged to see how far you've come and how you've really grown as a person, because this recognition will support you in going even further. And there's a good chance that along the way you'll make new friends who'll become companions for a lifetime. So, yep, definitely those individuals who are destined to be in your life, either for a season or for a lifetime. That's the way it kind of unfolds, right? Well, we're going to pull a card here from the Ancestral Path Tarot and just see what additional message the Creator has. And this is going to be for the week before this full moon. So let me just give these a good shuffle here. As that motorcycle goes by, if you can hear that. All right. So Creator, for our Aries, what do you want them to know about the week before this full moon eclipse? Okay. Right off the bat there. And 9 of Cups. Beautiful. See, this is a party. 9 of Cups is like the wish fulfillment card, and it is definitely like this celebratory feast of cups are all about your emotions. So the week before, you're really feeling this beautiful celebration type of feel, like you're like, I don't want to say like all of your wishes have come true, but that a wish has come true and that there's this movement that's happening. And maybe this is about that, the drawing inward feeling, or you're being drawn outward somewhere, that maybe this trip you've planned or this time alone that you've planned, you're really looking forward to it, and you have this beautiful energy of, like it says, celebration. You are so excited about this adventure that you're going to go on. And so if you haven't planned a physical move somewhere, then definitely plan some time alone, because it's going to be very beneficial for you to do that inner work and that inner reflection for sure. All right, and then we're going to we're going to pull a card here from These Are the Tarot of Dreams, which this is dreams, kind of come true kind of card. And we're going to see what the creator wants you to know about the week after the full moon. Creator for our Aries, what do you want them to know about the week after the full moon? Okay, I feel like it's this one and this one. So we actually get two for the week after. And you've got the Empress, beautiful. The Empress, she of course is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So definitely an invitation to get out into the wilderness, even if you don't going to travel somewhere, you know, even getting out into your backyard or out into a park or, you know, somewhere in the wilderness nearby, just going for a nice walk out in the nature, because she's also about birth, new beginnings, and really connecting to your inner worth and your inner value. You know, Mother Nature doesn't fight. One doesn't. Not fight's not really the word that I'm looking for. It's like she doesn't try to define things that are happening. She understands that everything has a season, like we talked about with people coming into your life for a season. She's very seasonal. She understands that, you know, seeds are planted in fertile soil in the spring and they grow during the summer. They're harvested during autumn and fall, and things start to head off into hibernation as, you know, leaves fall from trees and fruit falls that hasn't been harvested. And during winter, you know, as things pull inward, and growth stops, you know, things deteriorate, you know, like all the leaves and stuff under the snow, they go all into the soil, and then boom, spring comes and all that stuff that went into the soil helps the new seeds grow. So she understands there's a season for everything. There's a reason, you know, for every season, for every little thing that comes into your life. So there's also a beautiful message with that. She's also huge, number 3, creativity. So connecting to her, if you're wanting to create a project, create something new, she'll definitely bring you in that energy for that as well. Yep, and you have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords, you can see, definitely resting. Swords are your mind, so your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. You're sleeping on the Ace of Swords. And the Three of Swords is here. This is the Three of Swords that card is what I call the expectations card. That's what brings us disappointment and heartache, all those, you know, shoulds and supposed tos and needs tos and have tos from the outside world that have been fed, all those opinions on how things should be and how things are supposed to be, how you're supposed to feel and all that. But I love the, you know, Ace of Swords is this beautiful bringer of truth. It's the capital T truths that it brings, where these are the small t truths. And so this allows you to cut the things out of your life that no longer serve you as well. So during this time, especially get out into nature, it'll help you put your mind to rest, because you'll see things as they truly are, rather than this illusion of how we've been told things are, right? So I love that for you. And so that is the week after the full moon, as you really, there's this call to get out into nature, get away from all the noise of those expectations, because there's this very much Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, self-nurturing yourself, taking time to rest, as pictured there. All right. And then for the second week after the full moon, then we're going to look at these True Heart Intuitive Tarot and to see what the creator wants you to know about that week as well. All right, creator, for our Aries, what would you like them to know about that second week after? Okay. All right, you get 2 for that week as well. In fact, I'm going to going to put these here. Yep, you got number 20, Judgment. And this is a beautiful card because, it's not about being judged yourself. It kind of fits into this Ace of Swords feel as well, because this is your human self down here with all its small t truths, and you connect to your higher self who has the capital T truths, and you can see the sun behind there. So that's bringing victory. And it's allowing you to see the difference between and recognize who you really are. And it's beautiful because when you realize that you are more than this human that is walking upon this earth, that you're more than that fight or flight, you're more than all those rules, this human that has all these experiences walking upon the earth, again, on purpose, for a purpose, it's experiencing it all. But when you connect to your higher self, when you go this inner journey that this talked about, you recognize that you are more than just this character. You're this mighty actor behind the character, this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And so it's connecting to that and realizing that that is who you really are. And in doing so, you do make this, transformation. Again, these small t truths of all the shoulds, you realize and you see your life from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, from the clouds looking down, and you see things in a whole new way. Yeah, because here you go. Here's the full card here, which is the 0, which is the, when you have an ending and a new beginning. In fact, I'm going to switch this over here because this would be birth. This would be, new things coming into your life. And also, it's a huge message that, for me, this is your soul, that before you jump off the cliff or step off there and, down into the waters down there, that's the earth. So before you came down here, you chose the path that you were going to have. Like I mentioned in the intro, this is really a time of things are being moved out of your life or moving into your life, and your soul is the one who chose for us to go on this journey, right? And here's our little human self, the animal side of ourself that we bring along, our ego as we go, and it's our friend, it's not our enemy, and it's coming down for a purpose, but our higher self does accompany us along with us on that journey. So when it says that you are never alone on your journey, they're definitely making sure you're aware of who you are, and that you are definitely never alone. So, if you just get out into nature, take this time to rest, get away from all that noise, you definitely, this beautiful energy, this wish fulfillment, this emotional fullness, and this has to do with the 9. It's not with, even though you're in this crowd of all these people, you are actually really content with yourself. That 9 of Cups, any of the 9s, it's about this independence. It's this awareness that you can have wholeness and completeness within yourself, that you don't need all this external stuff to tell you how happy you are. You're finding this beautiful awareness that you can be happy on your own. You might be alone, but you don't have to be lonely, because really the messages you're getting too is that when you realize if you're physically alone, you're always spiritually a crowd around you of love and support. All those beings on the other side, those beautiful beings of unconditional love and light, they love you, they surround you. So this is like, you're sitting there, and then everyone else is your spirit, spirit guides and guardian angels and loved ones who are on the other side already, and your ancestors. It's like you can feel like you're in a crowd even when you're by yourself, and it's a beautiful crowd. It's not like a riotous crowd. It's the crowd who they are a riot themselves. They're hilarious, right? So I love this for you. So beautiful messages here for your full moon eclipse in Taurus. And just know as you're going throughout each and every moment of every day that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. I'm going to end the reading there. I just want to let you know, too, in addition to these readings, I do monthly zodiac readings. I also do, full moon and new moon. Also weekly readings by each of the elements. So I do a variety of readings throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss any of those, and you want to be kept up on all those new energies, if you haven't done so already, just click the subscribe button down below. That's going to make this little icon pop up here for this little bell. You click on that, and then you'll be notified when new readings come out. Easy breezy. All right. Well, know that I also love you dearly, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you take care.